One day, on a dark and cold night, a terrible howl was heard in the forest. It was a werewolf that turned into a wolf every time there was a full moon. He was lonely and unhappy because no one wanted to be friends with him. All the animals were afraid of him, and people chased and tried to kill him. The werewolf wandered through the forest, looking for food and shelter. He came across an old abandoned house that once belonged to a witch. He decided to go inside and see what was there. He opened the door and entered a dark room. There he saw an unusual sight. A small gray creature with large eyes and a long tail was lying on the floor. It was a cat that was also cursed by a witch. He could speak human language, but no one listened to him. He was forgotten and left to his fate. The cat got scared when he saw the werewolf and squeaked, "Please don't eat me. I'm not tasty. I'm old and sick." The werewolf looked at the cat and felt pity. He didn't want to eat it. He wanted to find a friend. "I'm not going to eat you," he said. "I'm looking for someone to talk to me. Can you talk?" "Yes, I can," replied the cat. "You're a werewolf. You're evil and cruel." "No, I'm not evil," the werewolf objected. "I'm just unhappy. I don't want to be a werewolf. I want to be an ordinary person." "But I can't, because I'm cursed." "And who cursed you?" the cat asked. "I do not know," said the werewolf. "I woke up one morning and found that I had grown fangs and claws. I tried to hide, but people found me and started hunting me. I ran into the forest and have been living here ever since." "And I know who cursed you," said the cat. "It was a witch who lived in this house. She cursed me when I was her pet. She did terrible things to me, and then she left me here and left. She said she would come back when the moon was full and take me with her." "And when will the full moon be?" werewolf asked. "Today," said the cat. "She should be here any minute." The werewolf felt fear. He didn't want to meet the witch who cursed him. He wanted to run away, but he couldn't leave the cat alone. He decided that he would try to protect him if the witch came. He told the cat, "Look, I do not know what we can do, but I will not let her take you away. You are my friend, and I will protect you." The cat looked at the werewolf with surprise and gratitude. He said, "Thank you. You're my friend too. Maybe together we can deal with the witch. Maybe we can lift the curse and get back to normal." The werewolf and the cat hugged and waited for the witch. They didn't know what was waiting for them, but they knew they weren't alone. They knew that they had found each other. The werewolf and the cat were waiting for the witch in the dark. They could hear a chariot drawn by 2 black horses approaching along the road. They could feel the air getting heavy and cold. They knew it was a witch who had come for them. The werewolf squeezed the cat in his paws and said, "Don't worry, I won't let her take you away. We have to be strong and brave." The cat nodded and said, "I won't let her take you either. We have to be smart and brave." The werewolf and the cat heard the door open with a loud creak. They saw a witch enter the room. She was old and ugly, with long gray hair and a big hooked nose. She was dressed in a black dress and wore a necklace of teeth and claws around her neck. She was holding a black staff in her hand, with a green flame burning at the end. The witch grinned maliciously and said, "There you are, my lovely pets. I came to pick you up to take you with me. I really need you for my new potion. You know that the moon is full today, which means that I can lift the curse from you and return you to their true form. But not for your sake, but for mine. I'm going to kill you and use your organs for my magic. You will give me great strength and eternal life." The werewolf and the cat felt terrified. They didn't want to die, they wanted to live. They didn't want to serve a witch, they wanted to be free. They didn't want to be cursed, they wanted to be happy. The werewolf growled and said, "No, we're not going with you. You can't force us. You are evil and cruel. You don't deserve our lives and our magic. We are resisting you." The cat meowed and said, "Yes, we won't go with you. You can't beat us. You're old and weak. You are not worthy of our respect and our friendship. We're fighting you." The witch laughed and said, "Do you think you can stand up to me? Do you think you can compete with me? You're wrong. You can't do anything. You are my slaves, and I can do with you what I want. You have no choice. You must obey me." The witch raised her staff and pointed it at the werewolf and the cat. "She cast a spell by my will, by my power, by my magic. I command you, werewolf and cat, to come to me and lie at my feet. You are my servants, and I am your mistress. You are my toys, and I am your owner. You are my victims, and I am your executioner. You are mine." But the witch did not have time to finish her spell. The werewolf and the cat didn't let her do it. They found the strength and courage to resist her will. They found the wit and cunning to deceive her strength. They found friendship and love to support each other. The werewolf jumped on the witch and grabbed her by the throat with his sharp teeth. The cat ran up to the staff and bit the end of it with its small teeth. They broke the staff and released the green flame. It flashed brightly and burned the witch. She screamed in pain and terror. She realized that she had lost. She realized that she was going to die. The werewolf and the cat let go of the witch and jumped away from her. They watched her burn to the ground. They watched her disappear into the ashes. They watched her die. The werewolf and the cat felt relieved. They defeated the witch, and she couldn't hurt them anymore. They were free of the witch, and she could no longer command them. They got rid of the witch, and she couldn't curse them anymore. The werewolf and the cat felt a miracle. They saw the moonlight falling on them. They saw how the curse was working on them. They saw the curse being lifted on them. The werewolf felt his body changing. He felt his fur disappearing. He felt his fangs and claws shrink. He felt like he was becoming a human being. The cat felt his body changing. He felt his fur getting smooth. He felt his eyes becoming clear. He felt like he was becoming a cat. The werewolf and the cat looked at each other. They recognized each other. They smiled at each other. They hugged each other. The werewolf and the cat felt happy. They got rid of the curse, and they could live a normal life. They had left the witch's house, and they could look for a new place. They kept their friendship, and they could be together. The werewolf and the cat came out of the forest and walked along the road. They met many people and animals who were surprised by their unusual pair. They told them their story, and they listened to them with interest and respect. They found friends and helpers who helped them find their place in the world. The werewolf and the cat found a home in a small town where kind and simple people lived. The werewolf became a blacksmith who forged weapons and tools. The cat became a hunter who caught mice and birds. They lived happily and peacefully, not forgetting their past, but not regretting it. The werewolf and the cat found love in the face of two beautiful girls who loved them for their kindness and bravery. The werewolf married the daughter of a local lord who respected him for his skill and honesty. The cat married the daughter of a local farmer who loved him for his wit and loyalty. They got families and children who inherited their traits and talents. The werewolf and the cat found a meaning in life that gave them joy and satisfaction. They did what they liked, and they were good at it. They helped those who needed their help, and they were grateful for it. They appreciated what they had, and they agreed with it. The werewolf and the cat lived happily ever after, knowing neither sorrow nor trouble. They were faithful to each other for the rest of their lives. They were best friends who found each other in the most difficult moment. They were a werewolf and a cat who became a legend.